hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Indianapolis Colts. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this is an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. His only catch is those Giants shock the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
With millions watching worldwide, the ball is away and the Super Bowl has begun. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And they're brought up by the 6th overall pick in 2019, one of the highest drafted Blue Devils ever, Daniel Jones.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs, and it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
They're taking a shot on this first play. Big gain downfield, and they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
It's a pickup of 44 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Yaya Diaby brings him down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They go play fake with Jones. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
And he'll go down here, comes up nicely after a gain of 7.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Zone read, handoff to Taylor. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Now a toss play play. Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Michael Badgley on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7. Buccaneers, nothing.
Badgley on to kick this one away. Johnson with a return here. He's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're brought out by former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Brought in left side by Godwin. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Baker now off to play fake. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down. Mayfield keeps it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
1st down, ball at the 36. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He's got it over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Straight ahead, it's Irving. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Baker now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. That one's good to Godwin. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Irving on the counter. And he gets him around 6 there. Jarvarius Ward brings him down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Mayfield now from the gun. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's Baker to throw. This gets the 1st and more. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Wow, wide open here, complete. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Tight end in motion right. Irving can't fight past that line, and they stop him at the 3.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Pressure coming, Baker. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish off their opening drive. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. Well, we all knew who that final pass was going to go to. That entire drive really ran through him, and it continued all the way to 6.
Kind of became clear, right? After the 2nd or 3rd catch, somebody this defense overlooked in their game plan, and it took exactly one series to exploit it. Now, offensively, call it till they stop it.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Gould on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Colts take over first down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. His gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. That's one quarter gone on the biggest stage of them all, the Super Bowl. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Santa Clara coming up. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at first down here. Play fake, Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Gonna need something special here. Second and 20 following the sack. Trying again following the sack. He's gonna be caught by Tyler Warren. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Cade, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Jones now on third down. Going with the screen to Taylor. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Colts going to kick this away now on fourth, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. And they avoid a return on the play. This one bounces and gets out at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. They give it to Irving to start this drive. And he'll take this ahead for 7. You've got second and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Right back to Irving now. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Play action. Here's Mayfield. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. Baker now. Got his man. It's on him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And a 1st down. 1st and 10.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down. Here's Baker. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
1st down from the red zone. This throw is caught. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Handoff headed right. Irving. And they'll make their stop after a small push to the 5. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Free play here, let's see what he does. And he's across for the touchdown, and that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside, defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Colts 7.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flight. Here's Gould on the return. This picks it up to the 25. The Colts offense set to head out. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Now it's Jones off the play action. He keeps it and takes off. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
1st and 10.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Play action now with Jones. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
When that ball left his hands, Kate, he envisioned a massive play, and he nearly saw it happen for all the wrong reasons. What a great effort there defensively to track the ball and be in position to nearly pick it.
2nd and 10 now. Jones. Now here he goes. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Option give to Taylor. And he gets him one as we come up to the 2-minute warning. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the 27. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Badgley on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. The Buccaneers, then receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. He finds Otten on the slant. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Irving. And he gets it forward and still got a yard out of that. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Slot receiver headed left. On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. Throwing the out route complete. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Can't go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it coming back in. As they say, that is an easy call. Bucks getting set up to punt now on 4th down. On comes Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Colts is Anthony Gould. He has it at the 22. Jukes one defender. And a nice return out of them. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Colts out there on offense late in this first half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, Jones. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Jones gonna throw again. Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Quick slant taken in by Pittman. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Tampa Bay sending its offense out to begin the third quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Mayfield now from the gun. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Return for him, up past their own 40. The Colts are ready to take the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Looking slant route, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for the Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion, it was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They go again with Taylor. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Looking from the gun. Here's Jones. He's got to, and he'll go down. The Bucs brought pressure and got him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
One of the biggest adjustments for quarterbacks going from the collegiate level to the NFL is the blitz package. each and every practice leading up to a game time, you are spending so much time as a QB, as an offensive group, and as that O-line trying to figure out a way to stop these blitzes. But that time, the offense, the O-line, the QB, no one had an answer for that defensive pressure.
The Colts ready for the punt. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Mayfield now off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Tight end motioning right. Irving here from the gun. Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
A tight end in motion now. Here's the give to Irving. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Once again, Irving. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
1st down, and they go right back to it. They get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Again for the 1st time to Rashad White. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
It's a gain of 11.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Play action. Here's Mayfield. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Buccaneers now lead by 10. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, In the play-action game, rewards follow on the back end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's Gould on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Jones. He tucks it and takes off. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Here's Jones to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
It's pretty clear you're trying to find ways to get this player in space, right? That's where he's most dangerous. But the defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came of that one.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings us.
So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. It's the Buccaneers with the ball, closing in on a third ever title. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Play fake, it's Mayfield. He intercepts it, that is exactly what they needed. Nick Cross has it, and the Colts have some new life in the fourth.
Okay, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Kate, I think we're seeing the exact same thing. That look of exasperation on the coach's face. You can't afford to take a loss like that, especially on calls that normally work.
Throwing on second and real long here. That one's complete over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here's Jones. This finds its target. That's Taylor. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Downfield to Warren, he's got it. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make the play just as that tight end did.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That catch right there ended up paying off one of the longest routes he's going to run. He started on one side of the field, Kate, and he made it all the way across to the other. And at no point was he going to step off the gas. My man, though, he may need a little breather, a little oxygen after that one.
Check it down to Taylor. And the defender there to force him out.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
To throw again, it's Jones. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
They send a receiver in motion right. Jones now on third down. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And they come up big on third down there with the sack.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Michael Badgley going to try and knock this through for 3. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. Cracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Johnson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Looking to throw here. Shake off that previous INT. He goes back to him yet again. Complete.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it. But these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Couldn't find a completion on first down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Irving on the counter. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
3rd and long for him here. That's brought in downfield by Otten. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Baker now off the play fake. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running right, it's Irving. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign we're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. This is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
A 3-yard loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. A 49-yarder in front of him here. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Doolin. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Pistol now for Jones. That's incomplete left side.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. The grab in bounds left side. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis. Todd Bowles did not like what he saw, and he's thrown the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this. He did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stays.
They gave it another look after Todd Bowles' challenge, but the call's going to stand. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, Taylor jukes out a 1-stop. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking from the gun, here's Jones. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Jones. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. Has a big hole left. And they're going to be sent up, Brock, with 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Colts trailing by 11. Taylor is in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt.
19.
Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Johnson now on the return. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Buccaneers then receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
At the 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the 41. Mayfield sucks it, starts running. Oh, the football's loose. Oh, the Colts got to it first. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
Pretty clear case of the QB not finding anything open downfield, just trying to improvise, make something out of nothing. Quarterback's not known for keeping as good a grip on that ball as the runners, and he's got to punch free pretty easily for the turnover.
The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Reed handoff to Taylor. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Throw right side finds Pittman. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Timeout Indianapolis, that's its second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. He'll look to throw it. Chased out to his right.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. To throw. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're left with 4th and short.
4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
They're going Taylor. Juke the defender. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12.
A gain of 12
The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
10 at the 12-yard line.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Here he is to throw. The throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the...
And after winning in 2002 and again in 2020, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl champions once again. This is what we all hope every year when we get to this point, Brock. We hope for the drama. We hope that the game lives up to the big stage that it was played on. Close at the end, really just 1 or 2 moments in there that decided who was going to be the team waiting to receive the trophy.
Yeah, you just feel, don't you, Kate, that every single bit of that Lombardi trophy had to be earned here tonight. But not just tonight, not over these 60 minutes, It was every practice throughout the season, every tough battle they fought on Sundays from September to January, battle tested. It was all that work that made them capable of earning the championship tonight.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL